An old man slowly approached the lying man and gave him 100 yuan. Then the old man slowly left in the surprised witness of the man. The man from the other day is different now. The girl accompanying him suddenly showed him an old man picking up trash. Suddenly the old man received a phone call. He seemed very distressed. When he heard the phone that his hand trembled and wanted to cry. After turning off the phone, he put it in his pocket and continued his work. The man whispered to the girl next to her, then she left. While the old man was resting and eating that, the young man approached him. While talking, he tried to beg. The old man gave him the remaining piece of cake. The two of them were eating happily when the girl from earlier brought a big bag of food. The man used the excuse to thank the old man and then gave all the food to the old man. When the old man opened it, he saw a pile of money and read the letter the young man sent him. An old woman looking very ragged is talking to a waitress. She talked to the old woman with a very unfriendly attitude and wanted to kick her out of the store. The man sitting down to eat immediately pulled the girl's hand and said, "Why not?" She said she can't afford to eat like that. It will dirty the shop. The man stood up to talk to the employee and said he would pay the old woman all the money. Then he invited the old woman to sit at the table he was eating. Took the bowl and chopsticks. The old woman slowly sat down and received the bowl and chopsticks to prepare to eat. The two young people were very happy and very respectful of the old woman. The man in the car threw out a chicken bone for the boy. The boy brought a piece of chicken bone to the disabled father who was waiting. The father takes the last pieces and feeds the son first. The man who witnessed the father feeding the boy was very emotional. When he saw that they were very miserable and hungry, the man repented. He was embarrassed and saw that there was still food in the car, so he put more money in the food bag. He took a lot of money. After getting out of the car, the man took the bag and approached the two of them. The father gives the food, but the son keeps refusing and telling him to eat it. The man walked over and opened the styrofoam box containing the food and gave it to both of them. They were so happy and they both ate it because they were so hungry. They didn't finish a piece, they brought it to their mouth and ate the next one. Both father and son ate while constantly looking at each other and had indescribable emotion. The father just ate and kept looking at the man who gave them the food. The man asked them where they wanted to go. And the father pointed to the right, but the father's leg was too painful to walk, so the man took the initiative to carry him. After bending down to carry the father on his back, the three of them slowly left. Men take advantage of carrying more things to help them. This girl is happy to reduce the price of vegetables she bought from the old man. A man in a very luxurious suit standing nearby saw the old man's plight. With the people who come to buy, they always bargain with the old man to get a cheaper price. The old man picked up the phone and talked, and the man in the vest heard it. Seeing the old man's plight, he was very touched and decided to help the old man. He sighed and approached the old man. When he finished talking on the phone, the old man was very honest and said he would sell it cheaply to the boy. The young man was still very calm and kept talking to the old man. He asked about the old man's health, said he wanted to buy all these vegetables. The old man packed all the vegetables in a bag and gave it to the young man. The young man took out a very thick pile of money and gave it to the old man. The old man was very touched by the boy. This ragged man holding a bowl approached the people eating. He approached and put the bowl down on the table and wanted to ask for food. It was full of bones. While not knowing what to do, the waiter approached from inside. He gave the man a small bag of food and then drove away. The man sitting at the table saw this and stopped him and brought the other man to the table. He slowly led the man on crutches closer to the table. He took the man's bowl and poured all the bones into a nearby trash can. After pouring, the man took the bowl inside to clean it. He washed it very thoroughly. He started using chopsticks to put food on the table into the man's bowl until it was full. Even though the wife had the intention not to give it, but he still insisted on taking the food. While the man constantly picks up, making the disabled very awkward. After receiving the food, the disabled person gradually left. The husband, after seeing him leave, started to get annoyed and put the money on the table. He reached behind and took out 2 bills and put them on the table and then walked away. The husband's attitude was very tense with his wife before leaving. The man just now, after asking for food, that sat down on the ground and used his hands to pick it up. The husband, after going out, saw the beggar sitting in front of the door eating. He slowly approached and helped the person up, and both of them changed their plate. The husband let the beggar sit down at a table to eat properly. The husband took a pair of chopsticks and gave it to the beggar to pick up the food easily and clean. He patted the back to signal the man to eat slowly without choking. The wife, after witnessing the whole incident, was extremely embarrassed with her husband. She kept her head down and dared not look her husband. Very happy men approached the beggar and withdrew money for him. The beggar thanked and the husband left, leaving his wife behind.